Happy Labor Day weekend, guys. Dr. Dual Sport here. It's Monday, September 3rd. Gosh, I don't know. It's probably about 5 in the evening. Okay, everybody's been out recreating for their 4-day weekend, and we're just barely finally getting out and about, dude. And trying to finish up on all the farm work. We got just a little more hay to get up. We got most of the irrigation shut off. We just got a little bit going on the well. We haven't really had time to get the darn bikes out all summer. We were going to ride. I asked James, I said, do you want to ride on the oil, you know, on the street, or do you want to go on the dirt? And he says, I want to go on the dirt. So we started trying to get the bikes ready to go. And the old WR has been sitting in the trailer all summer, and it had a dead battery. And do you think I'd get that to start? Man, it will not start without a battery. So of course it runs on DC. The way I've got it wired up, I got the Trail Tech stator, and it's running ignition on DC. So anyway, then we got the little Honda CRF 230. We got a fresh oil change and clean air filter on it, and then we had to switch and did the KLR, same to it. We were originally going to get the WR 450 going, and then I was going to pull the old KDX 200 out of mothballs. We're going to go do some trails, but beans we didn't have, couldn't get that WR going. We didn't want to try to do those rough, steep trails with KLR. It's just too big of a bike. So we pulled out the old Beamer, and we're just going to ride some roads, dirt roads, gravel roads, and anyway, it'll all be good. We just came up what they call Spring Canyon. It's just west of where I live, and it's just a little dry canyon there going up into the cedars. But it was amazing. All the little ponds in the canyon that were full of water, the little stock ponds for the cows. They had them fixed up pretty good to where we had when we had a couple of those thunder bumpers that washed down there, filled them up. So that was a pretty good way to get water for the cows, better than hauling it and pumping it. Anyway, this is kind of a neat little canyon. They call it Spring Canyon because it does have some little seeps in there that water. So, and then we just passed that where that guy was with the red truck. There's a windmill there, and that windmill used to run it. There's actually a spring, and then the windmill would pump the water up to the top of this hill, and then the water runs this way, and it runs for like miles. They've got it all piped out there, but now they have a generator. So that guy was probably checking the generator. So it automatically kicks on and off, so many hours to get so many gallons for so many tanks for so many cows. So anyway, I'm glad to get out a little, out and about a little bit today, and go for a little ride. I sure miss it, but you know what? It really takes time to maintain your bikes and take care of them, because you can't just let them sit for a year and then jump on them and go. I mean, like we had dead batteries and low tires, and we needed oil changes, and so we had, you got to just stay on top of it, do it all the time, But when you're busy doing a lot of other things, spread real thin, it's hard to do that. But we plan on doing a little riding this fall. We've got a few things lined up, and I'm quite excited. Matter of fact, next week on the 12th, Chris and I are going over and we're going to ride the Trail Taker event over Montrose, Colorado to Moab and then back. It's a 4-day ride with camping and be with old Mark, Meeker Extreme, and Richard, FLB Club. So it'll be good to see those guys again. They're always great to ride with. They're always, ready to help everyone else. That's what's nice about, riding with people like that, is because they're always looking out for everybody else. They make sure that they've got a good leader. They make sure they got somebody riding sweep. They make sure that everybody checks in. They make sure that everybody follows all the rules. Don't go just cutting off the trails and stuff. So anyway, I told the guys to go up to the rock house. Anyway, how would you like to spend the winter in that? I'll bet you they'll keep the fire going. So those old pioneers were pretty tough. So anyway, we're going to ride up ahead here through this Sage Valley, and we're going to see if we can make it to the see if we can find where to make it to the Sevier River. I've got my GPS unit running here, which I haven't had turned on for 6 months or 8 months or something like that, and I don't really know how to run it, but it's got a pretty good topo map there that I can see where the roads are. So anyway, we'll talk to y'all up the road a bit, and we'll see if we can find that river. Well, we've been going for some time now, and we took the west fork of the road in Sage Valley and heading south. And we're dropping down into what they call Little Sage Valley. So let's see what we can see. We should be able to see the river here, hopefully, and we're going to try to find a road that'll take us down there if we can find the right road and if it's not too rough. Get around this next turn here, then maybe we can see something. Well, there you can see the valley, Little Sage Valley. I think we can see the river up ahead there too. I'll say one thing, that's been a really good road all the way out here. They've, thank the county road department for that. They've done a good job maintaining these roads. 3/4 of a good road is the drainage. So, keep those bar ditches cut in there and have the proper amount of culverts to let the water run off across the road and not wash it out. So, see, they're doing a pretty good job there. Takes a little time to do those little cutouts like that to get them on the right elevation and everything. So my uncle told me, old Uncle Spud, that when he got just a young kid, like 5 years old, his uncles used to bring him out here, and they had a big old roan thoroughbred mare, and they would put him on that big old mare. They'd take the stirrups off the saddle, so he didn't have any stirrups because they didn't want him getting hung up if he fell down in a potgut hole or a gopher hole. But anyway, they'd run those Mustangs. There was a herd of Mustangs here along the river at the time in Little Sage Valley. Anyway, that big old thoroughbred mare, she'd just get on a lope there and run them little Mustangs until they finally got tired, and then the other guys would come in and round them up. Horses were all gone by the time I came around, so. Yeah, you can see the green down along the river there. I think this might be, let's see, yeah, this is the road. Okay, this is called Collard Road. We're gonna take this to the right here. See if we can. Oh yeah, the guys are. I was gonna just make sure the guys are behind me. Yeah, they're right there. So I'll get them to go ahead. There goes James. CRF 230, looking good. There's old Chris on the KLR. Oh yeah, this is the railroad down here. And then the river. I think this, I wonder if this road, if there's a road that goes back downstream of the river. If there is, back down to Rocky Ford, if there is a road there, we could go back that way. So there is the mighty Sevier River. Okay, folks, there she be. I don't know if you've ever heard about the Sevier River. Someone told me that, it was Father Escalante, when 1776, when he came through here, he named the Sevier River, and he also named the Virgin River. And I was always told that the map makers got them confused, because this Sevier River, it starts clear down in southern Utah and comes north up Highway 89 and just slow all the way. And the Virgin River that runs through Zion there, it runs really hard and fast, so he always thought that maybe they had the names confused. But anyway, it's fun to go for a ride. Oh, as I was telling you earlier about the rides we have planned, I mentioned next week the Trail Taker from Meeker to Moab, and then end of the month we're going down to by Zion Canyon, southern Utah, to the Flame Monkey Adventure Rally. Chris and James went with me there last year. And then end of October, Chris and I are going to the Copper Canyon, Mexico, the Sierra Madres. Anyway, I went there 2 years ago, and that's the best motorcycle trip I've ever been on. It's so beautiful down there. The people are so nice. The food is good. The rooms are cheap, and the Coca-Cola is delicious. So I can't wait to get back down there. So anyway, we plan on doing a little riding this fall. Hopefully everything works out. We finish up our hay and whatever else we got to do, and get these bikes all fixed up and in running order. So much for that. This is Dr. Dual Sport signing out. As usual, please like, subscribe, comment if you wish.